use is found in Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act and functions to limit the exclusive rights of the copyright owner. Federal law states fair use requires no permission from the copyright owner to use the work and is not an infringement of copyright, and provides a number of illustrative examples of potential fair use, including criticism.
What's wrong with him? He's so crazy. I'm a little yachty today. Oh, my name is Noshü. This is Noshü is Live. And I'm out. And I... Come on. It's so nice to have hair. I forgot what it was like to have hair. I used to have hair back in the day. Look, bangs. Welcome to Noshü is Live. Oh, man. Today, we're going to be discussing one of my favorite topics right now. Actually, it is my favorite topic right now. It's a generation that has sprung up from nowhere, I would say, from nowhere, to become a leading, let's find some redundancy here, leading leader. A group of people that I never even gave a thought to, never even said their collective names before, but I will today. I'm talking about Generation Z, Gen Z, otherwise known as iGen, post-millennial, homeland generation, whatever. This is that generation born, depending on who you speak to, born around 2000. Some people say like 1995 is the beginning. Some people say 2000. Anyway, that generation, their oldest members are around 18 years old, 20 years old, somewhere around there. Had no idea. I thought they were still millennials. I've been calling them millennials. I'm sorry. Y'all are totally different from millennials. I did some research just to figure out what's going on. And what I'm saying, I'm impressed. Get it together, Noshü. Get it to fucking together. All right. When I say I'm impressed by them, I really mean it, man. This is that generation that is coming out of high school, going to college, beginning of college. This is the generation that's dealing with that shooting in Florida. And they're going to their state representatives. They're going to the White House. They're going on a march, next month, March, on Washington. Oh, I'm so impressed by them. And I tell you what, they are so much smarter than us, the rest of us. I'm not even saying they're smarter than us when we were their age. I'm saying they're smarter than us now. I mean, there's so many facts in my head, I'm not going to be able to go through it, but this generation grew up never knowing what life was like without the internet. They don't know what it's like to not have a smartphone. They don't know what it's like in their lifetime to not be at war. Can you imagine what your mindset would be like if you never knew all of those things I said you never knew, and you grew up in a time when there was war? They grew up, the crash of 2008, the economy, that affects them. They're all worried about paying for college. They don't know how they're gonna get there. It's fascinating. But what fascinates me the most about them is their connectivity. And not just they're aware of technology. It's not about an awareness. They don't know, technology is part of their DNA. They don't know what to do without technology. Like if you took their phones away or their social media, they would lose their mind because they don't know. It's like my generation. I'm a Gen Xer, by the way. And they called us the lazy generation. Woohoo! They say we were slackers. That was our deal. And that went over to the 90s too, to a little of, well, They say we're slackers. They say we're like, we don't care and all of that. But listen up, we're the parents of Generation Z. These dudes, and when I say dudes, I mean men and women, young men and women, and kids. They are so connected to so many, they're connected to the world. When I was, I'm not going to go into when I was young and we only had 3 television channels. There was no cable. MTV was just started. I remember when there was no MTV. I remember when there was no cable. I remember when we had phones that were tethered to the wall. I remember when, if you wanted to watch a program, you had to sit your ass in front of the TV and watch it. We didn't have VCRs yet. We had laser discs, those big ass. But we were making progress, baby. We looked good doing it with our little rat tails and our fucking neon and leg warmers. Man, we brought you Flash. Anyway, it's not about Gen X. This is about Generation Z. If you watched any of my other shows from this week, you realize that I understand that the world has given up on me and pretty much my generation. They're like, get the fuck out of here. We got this. The millennials, and now that I know who they are, Generation Z. Fuck millennials. It's Generation Z that I'm really impressed with. I know I keep saying this, but it is as shocking to me as when I watched Elon Musk blast a rocket into space. The rocket boosters fall off. They separate up in space. Those rocket boosters come back down to Earth and land simultaneously. They just landed together. This is something, if you would have told me this when I was sitting in my high school, and by the time I got to college, we had this space shuttle, but we also had the Challenger. So look that up if you don't know. If you don't know, what's wrong with you? I just kidding. Please like, subscribe, and share. Generation Z is more conservative politically than like the millennials. They're more conservative, but they're more active. They grew up with a black president, so they don't really feel the struggle. They take it for granted that black people walk around and use the same bathroom and drink from the same water fountain, or you know, they grew up with same-sex marriage being a thing. Many of them have out of the closet gay parents or lesbian parents or trans parents, you know? And they grew up with this, and those parents are teaching those kids that this is acceptable. So they're growing up with that mindset. It's amazing. I wish I would have looked into this more, because I had given up on the future, because I thought my generation did the best they could and everybody else is doing worse, you know, since but guys, darn it, Generation Z, I'm your biggest fan, man. I'm your biggest fan. Y'all went out there after the shooting in Florida. Y'all mobilized quickly. Y'all got on your phones and just communicated with each other, showed up at places, communicated with each other, make calls, send letters, marching, organizing, just so quick, because y'all are so connected to each other. And then the media gets you on the television, interview you. You all sound like seasoned veterans, like you've been doing this all your life, because you have been doing it all your life. It's crazy, man. Generation Z, or some call it Generation Z. That's my European side. I'm gonna try to live longer than I had planned on now, because I want to see what y'all do. I'm so optimistic in America right now, just based on knowing what the mind space of Generation Z is like. So stay strong. I know y'all met the president. Some of y'all met the president in the White House yesterday to talk about, you know, the school shootings and what can be done, and some of y'all were disheartened. Some of y'all were faked out by the president with this little card saying, you know, show that you care and all that kind of stuff, or I understand, or I'm listening, I hear you, or whatever it is he wrote down. Don't give up, y'all. Don't give up. I'm gonna get myself in shape so I can live a little longer than I planned on, because I want to march with y'all. I want to be side by side with y'all in some capacity. And I'm sorry that every day is about these kids, but it's overwhelmingly impressive, and it's changed my whole mindset about what is possible for my country, because it is in good hands. Smart, passionate, well-informed. These kids were stringing together sentences talking about Congress and the House of Representatives and the Senate and bump stocks and assault weapons. And just flowed. It just flowed. Man, I'm impressed. I'm going to try to move on to something else soon, but I just wanted to say again, Generation Z, I got your back. I support you 100%. I know y'all are as fucked up in the head as all of us, and you don't know what you're doing. Y'all are too young. You don't know. But y'all know more than we know already. It's just exponentially growing your knowledge. So hang tough. As a group, I trust you. As a group, I know there's outliers and, you know, outliers. But as a group, I trust you. So go out there collectively and do your thing and take care of us old folks. All right? Okay. Thank you so much for watching Noshü is Live. If you like this kind of nonsense, which I would not understand why you would dare, please like, subscribe, share. Yesterday I gotta turn the music off. Yesterday I broke my obligation to the old gods in the new to do a live show every single day. Yesterday got away from me. It was a great day, for sure. It was a great day. But the day got away from me. And the next thing I know, I was waking up at 12-something midnight. Meaning this morning. So I did not. It was the first time since I started this, December 18, 2017, that I missed a day. And instead of beating myself up for it, which I normally would do, I asked the old gods and new for forgiveness, because we're all, according to the old gods and new, we all fall short of what we need, what we can be, and what we should be doing. And the old gods and the new are forgiving gods. If you come to them and you let them know that you fucked up, and that you sincerely ask for forgiveness, and you try to be better, and that's what I plan to do. So this show that you're watching right now is for yesterday. I was given permission from the old gods in the new that I could do this and make up for yesterday. But in order to be back on track, I need to do another show for today. So after this show, I will be doing another one for today, for today's program. I'm happy to do it. I'm thankful to be given the opportunity to do it. So if I let anybody down for missing a day, I'm very sorry, but I think it just shows, I'm not making any excuses. I'm a piece of shit. I already know that. I'm trying not to beat myself up all the time. But if this shows anything, and this is no big deal, this is making a video. This isn't, there's people dying out there every day, so I'm not trying to make this sound like anything. But for me, this is a big deal. And it's the first time I didn't kick my own ass for failing to do something that I should have done. And I've asked for forgiveness, and I feel I received that forgiveness, because the old gods in the new told me that if you ask sincerely, then it will be granted. So the past is the past. This show is for yesterday. I'll be doing another show in about an hour for today, and I will move on. And hopefully no one is upset with me, and we'll treat it as a lesson to try to be in the game, but when you fall down, get back up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Noshü. Please like, subscribe, share, notification bell, dee-da-dee, ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-bam, ba-ba-ba. Bye!